All right. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let's see. And we'll do a screen share. Okay, we got one person on right now, and we'll give it a few minutes. Okay, we got two people on. We'll give it a few minutes, let a few more people come back on. All right, we got two people on. Okay, we got three people on right now. All right, we got four people. We're gonna give it 3 more minutes, and then after that, we'll get going. All right, we got five people. All right, we're gonna give them 2 more minutes, and then we're gonna jump right into it. We got three people and two people. All right, one more minute and we'll get it going. All right. All right, so let's get it started. All right, I want to thank everybody for coming to the Amazon seminar, and I'll jump right into it. Okay, we'll jump right into it. So give me 1 second. I got somebody trying to jump on. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. So sorry for those that may not have caught the original Amazon seminar, but now here it is. You have it again. And if you haven't already sent in your video testimonial, please be sure to do so. So that way I can actually give you a copy of this presentation once I'm done. All right, so let's jump into it. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about me, and also want to say thank you to those that caused me to get here to be able to present this information to you. I want to thank Donna Spear, my mother, for birthing me into this world, and Miss Monique Deering. She's the reason that I got started in search engine optimization and then transitioned over to Amazon. And I also want to thank Mr. Ayana Tillman. He's also the reason why my learning in SEO, he's my SEO mentor, search engine optimization mentor. So he's the reason why I was able to make a quick transition and be so successful in search engine optimization. And those things apply to how and what I do in Amazon. So he's also responsible for my Amazon success as well. And then also Mr. B.L. Lewis. This is a phenomenal brother. He was the one that guided me and actually pointed me to Amazon and showed me how I could learn Amazon and also grow with an Amazon business. And lastly, Mr. Derek Bozeman. You guys are here today because of Mr. Derek Bozeman, me calling to the radio station, and Mr. Derek Bozeman having that platform and lifting us up, trying to take us to the next level. So I want to say thank you to all these people. All right, so a little bit about me. Again, I grew up in the projects of Asbury Park. From there, I actually moved down to Mobile, Alabama, graduated high school from there. And from there, transitioned to the Marine Corps, where I was 8 years in the Marine Corps. Then from there, started doing government contract work with Halliburton and also Blackwater Security. And while doing the contract work, I then went to Kenya and actually built out a water treatment plant. So I did that with my own money. And also while there, the picture in the top right is where I was having a business strategy meeting with my team there in Kenya. And that's when I started understanding the idea of business strategy, looking at business strategically and mastering things from a strategic standpoint versus just doing things. All right. So I went to Emory so that way I can get that paperwork. Because again, people don't believe you unless you have paperwork. And just like I said at the presentation, I went and got it in digital marketing. So I completed Emory's digital marketing capstone. And then from there, again, I just used that to validate everything it is that I already know. So that way I could just take things to the next level. And just in case I have to prove something to somebody, there it is. All right. Now, the way this is set up, I won't be able to take any questions right now. So if you want to email me your questions, you can. So therefore, I can just respond to your questions as you email them in, because I don't have the capability of actually speaking with anybody because you guys aren't logged into the chat from what I can see. All right. Okay, so I brought up Noam Chomsky during the last presentation, but it's just because, one, this information, just like I said, is worth $5,000, and I've put this information out there so that when people would have an idea, and this is something that they can start looking into. There's also a lot of great products and services relating to Amazon and how you can grow your business. But again, I put Noam Chomsky out there because a lot of times we're miseducated, and we're given a lot of information about things that really won't take our lives to the next level, especially financially. All right. So again, I hope you value not only my presentation, but also the information that I have, that I'm planning on offering and giving to you. And also, I'm just asking for a video testimonial telling me how you like the presentation. All right. All right, so the agenda today, we're going to talk about the barriers of entry. We're also going to talk about research, how to find your product. Then second, we're going to talk about cost. Third, we're going to talk about how to create your listing on Amazon, everything from the title to the description and everything you need to make that listing pop. Also, we're going to talk about the launch phase. So now that you have your product, you have your listing in Amazon, now what do you need to do to make sure sales are coming in? We're also going to speak on 360-degree launch strategy, talk about that a little bit. Number 6, we're going to talk about tweaking and optimization of that list. Then number 7, we're going to talk about scaling that list. All right, barriers of entry. The barriers of entry that we have for this are, you need to have a social security number or a business EIN. You also need to have a bank account. You also need to have bank account info. So basically a savings and checking account, and also a routing number. You're also going to need to have a credit card, debit card with a Visa or MasterCard logo. Basically, this is important for, one, they use the credit card to verify your bank account information. So that's why you need to have that. Next, we have an email address. Amazon needs to contact you. And depending on what industry you get into, whether it's the health and personal care or whether it's the beauty industry, you're also going to need this information: email, phone number, website. All of these things will have to be on your purchase order documentation or your certified laboratory analysis documentation if you're in the beauty and health niche. Those are the niches that you choose to go into. And lastly, you're going to need, of course, a phone number and a website. And that website doesn't have to be anything that's going to cost you $2,000. You can get websites now free with just a template. You just put your contact information on there and you'll be golden. All right. Other barriers of entry, we already talked about email address, phone number, website. Also, you need to have a material safety data sheet. Again, that's only if you're going into the health and beauty niche or health and personal care and beauty niche. Also, you need to have your certificate, a laboratory analysis for those products. So if you get into the health and personal care or the beauty niche and you have vitamins, or if you have certain type of vitamins, shampoos, conditioners, things like that, they may require certified laboratory analysis. Also, again, your company name and point of contact. All right, finding the product. The ways that we're going to use to find the product, I'm actually going to demonstrate those ways today, because when I gave the presentation, a lot of people came up to me afterwards, and the feedback that I got, and even the feedback that I've been getting via email, has been, okay, I got the presentation. now still, how do I actually do a search? So I'm actually going to do that today. So that's why the video, I guess, will be a little bit more valuable than actual slides, because I actually be demonstrating how you can actually do a search with Amazon, also doing a search with Alibaba. And again, I won't be using the keyword planner. So that I won't get into that. Next, also just some footnotes for you to think about when you do find a product. So, just in case you find some TVs that's $100, I want you to think about things that are lightweight, because when you think about shipping rates are a lot of times they're based off of weight and also the size of the object. So if it's shaped oddly, then when they package it, it's going to take up more space than it normally would. So you'll wind up getting charged for that as well. So we want to look at lightweight, low cost, and also the size. So I actually need to put that in there for future reference. So size is also a factor. Cool, sociable, shareable. So again, if you start getting into any type of adult novelty type products, again, is that something that your mother would want to share on Facebook? And the answer would probably be no. So that may be something that you may want to think about. Also, is there global appeal? That's also something else that you also going to want to think about. So, because again, this product isn't just going to be local. This product, you also want to be able to expand and actually take this product to the next level. So you just don't want to think about locally. You also want to think about globally. All right. Okay, so finding a product on Amazon. So again, in the presentation that I gave at Club Capture, I did a search and I typed in 100 best sellers on Amazon. And then from there, I got a list of products. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump out of the presentation for a second, and then I'm actually jump over to Amazon, and we're going to do this search again right in front of you. So let's see. See, we still got 5 people on. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So in the presentation, we have top 100 best sellers on Amazon. So we'll type that in right here in the search bar. Top 100 best sellers on Amazon. And I don't even have to finish typing it. As you can see, it just pops up right there. Top 100 best sellers on Amazon. From there, we click search, and there you have it. So as you saw during the presentation, it looked like this. So we had Black Friday sale, some sort of bottle, we had some socks, and then third, we had the selfie stick. Now today, we actually have this. So we still have this container. Now we have a pillow. Now we have a digital tire gauge, and the selfie stick is still at the top. So we'll click on the selfie stick. And I'll point out some of the things that I talked about in the slides. So let me stay on track. All right. So you just saw me do the search for finding a product. All right. Okay. So next, okay, so now once we click on the product, again, we'll have the headline and we'll have the bullet points, and we'll talk about that in the next slide. Okay, now what we also have down here at the bottom, the reason why we're picking this particular product, or when you go through Amazon and search, the main thing you're going to be looking at is this area right here, which is called down here at the bottom, Amazon bestseller rank. So this one is 257. All right, so I'm gonna jump out of this and go back to Amazon. Let's see where it's at today. And that indicates how well an actual product is actually selling. So we're actually live on Amazon. So we're going to scroll down. The PowerPoint I had 257, and let's see what it is today. Okay. Scroll back up. Okay, so today the bestseller rank is 495. So that's where it's at. So it actually went up, and the sales are probably slowed down a little bit because of the holidays and everything else. But at 495, they're still making probably about $10,000 or $5,000 a day just off of this one product. All right, jump back into the slides. Okay, so next, again, just like I presented, finding the product using Google Trends. This is just for you to track and see how the product is actually scaling and how well it's doing across the internet, and also how well it's doing. Either is it a seasonal product, meaning is it just going to sell well at the first part of the year, and then throughout the rest of the year it's not going to be any good. But you can go to Google Trends, you can type this in, and you can see how well the product is pretty much going to do month to month, and whether or not it's something that you should really invest into. Okay, so again, here's Alibaba, and I'm gonna jump out of Alibaba. Well, this is Alibaba plus Alibaba Express. So this is actually Alibaba. So I'm actually jumping to Alibaba Live and actually show you how you can actually check on it right now. So let's see. All right. Okay, this is AliExpress. Now go ahead and type in the selfie stick. Okay, and this is Alibaba. So I'm just jump. So I already had these pre-set up. So now we're in Alibaba. So let's look for those key. Okay, so these are the verifiers right here. So let me go back up top. Okay, so right here I'm just going to type in selfie stick. Okay, selfie stick. Okay, I just got a word from one of the guys that said the slides are not moving on the slideshow. So I may have to move a little bit slower, maybe because of the internet. Thank you, Will. Okay, so one thing that I mentioned during the presentation was that you want to make sure that you have these blocks checked. So you want to check this one. You also want to check this one. And you also want to check this one. So now you can make sure that you're ordering from a reputable vendor. All right. So now we're going to say that we've actually picked the selfie stick. So now we're going to jump back into the slides. Let's see. Okay, let's get right back to it. Okay, so again, this is just Alibaba. And again, we've already checked to see whether or not it exists on Alibaba. But again, the price difference is going to be crazy. So we want to make sure that we have a very low cost associated with buying it. And our best price is going to be with Alibaba. Okay, so some things to keep in mind during the ordering process is, one, making sure that when we're ordering from China, you can either use by air or you can also use most expensive. So air is also going to be most expensive, but by sea is going to be less expensive and also more stressful. And by air is going to be less. It's going to be less stressful, but it's also going to be the most expensive way that you can go. But again, once you get your first shipment in, and once you start buying again more regularly, then if you know, like let's say if you have purchased enough product so it's going to last you for 3 months, you can make your once you get your profit in, then you can turn around and order by sea that next shipment. So you can now begin to be able to measure, say, okay, by sea, I have 3 months worth of product. If I order by sea and it's going to take 30 days to get here, then I know I have it. I won't run out. And then you can start now ordering by sea because the by air shipment is going to cover you, and you have enough money to put into your pocket, and you have enough money to turn around and buy more inventory. Okay, there's three types of samples. One, you have your sample order, then you have your pre-sample order. So let's talk about your sample order. So basically the selfie stick that you find on AliExpress, you want to make sure that the one that they're displaying is going to look the same way, or the same quality is going to be there and everything. So you want to go ahead and order that one. Once you get it to your house, you can inspect it. If it looks great, okay, now you can contact them, and now you want your pre-sample order. So now let's say you make a modification to it. So the one that they're advertising, meaning this vendor or supplier is advertising on Alibaba, he's advertising a red one. So now you say, hey, well, I want mine to be yellow. So what he'll do is he'll send you a pre-sample order of a yellow selfie stick. So you get that one and you say, okay, I want to go ahead and place an order for 500 of them. Then we move to sample number 3, which is your post sample order before the bulk order is shipped. So now they say, okay, we've made all of these yellow, red, or blue selfie sticks that you want. We modified them, and we've also put your name on them, and we're ready to ship them out. So you say, whoa, wait a minute. Go ahead and send me another sample that's going to represent that 500 bulk order that I'm about to do, and they'll send you that one. Once you get that one, you can inspect it to make sure there aren't any defects, and then from there you can tell them to go ahead and send all 500 of those selfie sticks. All right, next. Okay, figuring out total cost. Okay, so the product unit price. So the product unit price, let's say it's $2. So we'll go with $2, and then to ship it. So let's say it's $1,000, and to ship 500 of them, that would be what, $2? I'm not sure. Let's just say $2. So now you're looking at a total of $4, which is still, so you're looking at now a total of $4 plus Amazon fees. You're looking at another Amazon fees for FBA. You're looking at another 4 to 6. So now let's say you're at $8, and then product shipping price to Amazon. Now you're at maybe another, let's say 50 cents. So let's say you had a total of $8.50. And typically you won't be that far into the product. So let's say you actually at $4.50 is where you're into the product. But as you see, you can actually sell the product for $15 on Amazon. So you'll be put into your pocket at the end of everything, $10. And that's pretty much where you want to be at. And again, we're just throwing numbers around. Okay, now we're getting ready to get into a very serious part, because now we have our product. Now we want to turn around and launch that product on Amazon. And I'm going to take a second to jump back into the Google Hangout to make sure that you guys can hear me and see the slides. One second. Okay, let me see. Okay, if you guys comment at the bottom of the presentation, I can actually see that, and you can let me know if you can actually see the slides now, because Will said that he could not see the slides. Okay, so Will says, okay, so you guys can actually comment right below. You guys can actually comment right below the box. Like Will just chimed in, and he just said, what were the 3 boxes you checked on Alibaba? All right, so Will, let me jump back on let's go back. Okay, so Latanya saying that I can't see the slides. Okay. Slides, and Will says the slides are good now. Okay, great. All right. So let me jump back into it. Okay. Let me actually get back on the slides as well. Okay, so let's jump back into it. Okay, so for Will said, what are the 3 3 boxes that you check? Okay, so I checked the trade assurance, which is one box right over here to the left. Then the next box that I clicked was the good gold supplier, and then also on-site check, and then also the assessed supplier. So basically, Alibaba has buyers, brokers, and procurement personnel that they're actually sending out to some of these warehouses, shipping yards, so that they can actually do an inspection. And these suppliers pay Alibaba for these services. So for them to get the trade assurance, the gold supplier, the on-site check, and the assessed supplier, they actually have to pay for those things. So I hope that answers your question, Will. So those are the boxes that I was checking. So we want to check those because we know that these people aren't just somebody that's just jumping on Alibaba and now they're turning around and selling product. I hope that answers your question. And Latanya, I hope now you can actually see the slides, because I'm going to slow it down so that way you can see it. All right. Okay. All right. So as I said the other night, creating an Amazon listing, you're going to be wearing many hats. Some of those hats include: 1, writing sales copy; 2, understanding sales and also understanding how fast your product is selling, things that you can do to push your product to move forward, understanding video, actually shooting videos of your product. Those are some of the things that you're going to be, those are some of the things that you're going to be learning once you get into listing your product. All right. So 3 things that I talked about was David Ogilvy. So this is going to help you when it comes down to actually writing sales copy. And then the next thing is actually going to be, hello. Okay, and then the next thing is going to be Dr. Robert Cialdini, his book on influence. That's another book that I want you guys to read as well. So that way you can understand sales copy and also digital marketing. So again, with David Ogilvy. So David Ogilvy actually wrote a lot of sales copy. And if you're not familiar with sales copy is, you definitely want to start reading some of David Ogilvy's work. All the commercials that we watch on TV, whether it be radio ads that we're listening to on 1380, or whether it be on 103 or 107, all of those ads, somebody actually had to sit down and write those things. So it's going to be the same thing when we're creating your ad on Amazon. Somebody's going to actually have to write those ads out and then turn around, so you're going to have to, and you're going to be the one doing it. So you're going to need to write a header, write a headline, and then after that, write bullet points of why this product is so great. So to help you write those things, I suggest you get books by David Ogilvy and also get a book by Dr. Robert Cialdini, which is Influence, where he actually talks about how to properly influence people to get them to do the things that you need them to do, whether it be sales, writing great sales copy, or whether it's your employees that you work with, or whether it's even your kids. But that's something that you can use as a reference guide when you're writing a sales copy to get people to buy your product. All right. Creating an Amazon listing, there are going to be 3 things that you're going to need. Well, a few more than that. So you're going to definitely need your product photo. All right. Latanya says, now I can see the slides. Thanks. Okay, wonderful. And like I said, I'm gonna slow it down, Latanya. Okay, so you're gonna need a product photo. You're gonna need product photos. So you want to take nice, engaging photos. One of the sisters at the event said, well, what's the difference between me just buying a stock photo and just slapping that up there? Yes, you can buy a stock photo and slap it up there, but your pages are going to look, but your sales are going to look just like that stock photo, just like it's just been slapped up there, just like it's regular. Your product is nothing special, so I'm going to skip over it and buy something else. If you have a highly engaging photo, like I explained at the event, if I take a photo with everybody in this room behind me and I take a photo of me taking that photo, so I got that selfie stick in the air and I got a gang of people behind me and I'm taking this photo, that photo is more engaging. People feel like they could be there. The selfie stick is fun. It's the life of the party. So let me buy this particular selfie stick, even though there's 3 or 4 other ones up there that look just like it. But again, because you have a highly engaging photo, people are going to click on that. They're going to read your sales copy around that particular listing, and then they're going to turn around and buy it. And it's also a product that they're highly familiar with. All right, so product headline, I just touched on that. Bullets also touched on that as well. So you want a highly engaging headline, something like, the selfie stick, life of the party, best selfie stick in the world, small. And then some of the bullets could be small enough to fit into your purse, small enough to fit into your pocket, different things like that. And then also product keywords. So of course, selfie stick photos, different things like that. Words that you think people are actually searching for to find your product. Those are keywords. And then of course, UPC codes. So UPC codes, I think it's Uniform Product Code. I think that's what UPC stands for. I just kind of pulled that out of my brain somewhere. So UPC codes, and there's websites that you can go to and they'll actually give you a UPC code, and you're going to need that. And again, this is all some of the prep work that we want to do prior to even paying Amazon anything. This is just going to go into the research. All right. And then once you put your UPC code in, and I'll show you that in a few seconds, Amazon will give you a FS SKU code. And then also you want to write a nice product description, which a lot of people really don't read. Okay, so here we go. So finding a category for your product. I'll touch on it lightly because I don't want to confuse people, but all it is again, if you're selling lipstick, you don't want to obviously be in the camera flash accessories category. You want to be in the makeup category if they have that on Amazon. So again, we're talking about the selfie stick. So this shows you how detailed the categories are. So we have camera and photo, and then we have camera flash accessories, and the selfie stick is basically an accessory. All right. So this is how you go through and select your category. All right. Next, now we have the actual listing. So again, we have the title. All right. Then after that, we have the brand, and that's whatever you want to call your particular selfie stick. So let's say Latanya's selfie stick. So the brand name will be Latanya's, ATL selfie sticks. All right. Then we have the manufacturer. And again, that could be the same thing. If you want to put yourself in there, you can have Latanya ATL selfie sticks. All right. And then the parts number, it can be whatever you want to make it. It could be selfie stick. So it could be SS01. All right. And then down bottom, you have the product ID. As you can see, it says any valid GCID. I don't know what that is, but it also says UPC. So again, that's where you can get your UPC code and you can put it in here. And the box that I have highlighted below it is just is this product new? And of course, you're going to be selling new products. So you will select yes. Okay, this is just the description box. And I'm not going to go into much detail there, but they even give you an example down here at the bottom. And if anybody is familiar with HTML, you can also throw a little bit of HTML in there. You can throw some breaks, you can throw some H1s in there. And I think that's pretty much it. All right. Images. So again, this is where we're going to put that highly engaging image. So me and Will side by side taking a selfie stick picture, and somebody taking a picture of me and Will standing together taking that selfie stick picture. So again, those are the type of pictures that you want to put in there, and you can put a total of 8 photos in here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm sorry, 9. So you have the main photo, and then you'll have, oh, that's what it is. So it's 1 main, and then it's 8 supporting photos. For all of my movie people or people that into the production, you can also make a storyboard out of this if you want to get that detailed, and if it's actually going to improve your sales. So you can have that main photo, and then all of these other photos can actually just kind of sort of create a little story. So you can even have like a selfie stick story if you want, me walking through the door, me getting into the party, me engaging with people, then finally me leaving, and maybe, my face is all messed up and everything else. And I just had a great time at this party, and this selfie stick recorded the whole thing. All right. All right. If y'all have any questions, again, you can just respond right below the video, and I'll see your questions and I'll answer them. All right. Okay, so product launch time. This is one of the best times because now we've pretty much done some of the heavy lifting. We got our product now, and now we're getting ready to put it out there into the world. Okay, so before we actually truly launch it, we want to jump back into, like I was telling the people at the presentation, our MLM days, and have some of our family and friends pretty much help us out. So we need at least 5 to 10 5-star reviews. Why do we need 5 to 10 5-star reviews? Because one, people don't want to be the first person to buy your product. People want to kind of sort of follow the crowd. And this is why I impress upon you to read the book by Dr. Robert Cialdini, Influence, because this goes into these influence aspects. So you want to have 5-star reviews by people, and so that way people are like, okay, people have already bought this book and people have already purchased this selfie stick. They love it, so I know I'm going to love it. All right. Give family and friends a coupon code to purchase your product at a slight discount. Don't charge your family and friends, $20 for your selfie stick when you only purchased it for like $5 or $6. So, give them the bare bones, the bare bones cost of it, and you're going to wind up losing out. But again, you're only giving up 10 of them, so that way you can turn around and sell, thousands of dollars worth of them. All right. So give them a coupon code and let them buy it off of Amazon. Tell them to search for, selfie stick, and then scroll through and find your product. But there's also tricks around that as well, where we can put in a certain link and then take them directly to your particular product. All right. Now wait a week and then turn around and have them actually write reviews and also post photos. So again, it goes back into Dr. Robert Cialdini and the book Influence. So now not only do I have 5-star reviews, but if you scroll down and look at my actual reviews, you're going to see people taking pictures, and people taking pictures of people taking pictures with my selfie stick, even down in my reviews. So that's what you want. All right. And you can also have people post a video, and that's something that they can do as well. So they can post a video, with a bunch of people in there saying, we love the selfie stick, thank you. Thank you. Latanya, thank you, Will, for creating this amazing selfie stick. All right. Okay. Launch time part 2. Okay, this is all about strategy. All right, and all these things will happen at once. And in the next slide, I actually show you what that actually looks like. So what we'll do is we'll create another coupon code, giving this product away for $1. Yes, you're about to lose money. So you want to give this product away for $1, and you'll need to give away at least 50 to 100 of them. So if you think about it, you paid $4 for them, you just gave away $400 of products. But don't worry about that, because we're going to make money in a second. You also want to create a Facebook ad with this coupon code, letting people know, hey, type this coupon code in, and you're going to get this selfie stick for only $1. One thing I want to let you know, if this just freaks you out, is that you're going to have people that's going to think that the coupon code is going to be automatically applied. So you're going to have people that buy your product at $15, even though they could have got it for $1. And that just happens. Why it happens, I don't know. All right. Create a YouTube video ad with the coupon code. So again, you can just create a nice little YouTube video, talk about how amazing the selfie stick is, and turn around and get it for $1. Click the code, click the link below, and you can actually add the link to your YouTube video. All right. Lastly, you can also draft up a press release. And in that press release, you can place a link on it to your specific listing on Amazon. And as people read this highly engaging press release, they will say, hey, love the story, would love to get a selfie stick, and they'll buy through your press release. And you'll put all these things out there at once, causing a nice little selling storm for yourself. And this is what that looks like. All right. So this is a visual. And as you can see, we have Facebook ads up and running. We have Google AdWords. These are other things that you can use. And Latanya says, how do you create a coupon code? Well, you can actually go into the back end of Amazon, and you can actually set that up. And you know what? I think I'm gonna actually show you that live. All right. So, all right. So launch time. So again, you have you have YouTube ads that I just told you about, creating a YouTube video. You also have LinkedIn, depending on what your product is. Maybe you'll use LinkedIn ads, maybe you won't. Twitter ads. I don't really suggest you using Twitter ads, because I don't personally know of anybody that actually sells anything off of Twitter. If you do, then talk to that person and tell them to help you sell your product on Twitter. All right. Outbrain. I don't know about that platform, but I know Facebook ads, and a lot of people use Facebook ads, and it works great. All right. And then as you see down here at the bottom, you have leads. You also have customers, because you're going to get new customers, and you're also going to get repeat buyers. So you can actually send out emails to everybody that actually purchased from you, and you can give them a discount code for the next time that they purchase. And that's something that we'll talk about as well. All right, so I'm gonna jump out of the presentation. And as you know, I'm gonna have to jump back through the presentation to get back here. But I'm gonna jump out of the presentation and go to create a coupon code. All right. So let's see. Okay. All right. So boom, boom. So we have reports. Okay, so now we're in the back end of Amazon. So of course, you've never seen this part before, because I've never done it. All right, so we're going to advertising, and we'll go into campaign manager or promotions. We'll go into promotions. Okay, so what you'll be doing is now you see create a promotion. So all this is essentially is a coupon. So since you'll be offering dollars off, and this is for Latanya, since you actually be offering dollars off, you'll come in here and click money off, and then you'll click create. All right. Then from there, it says at least this quantity. So again, we're only trying to give away one, and then we need to purchase item. So we're going to select the item that we're going to purchase, and then percent off. No, we don't want to do that. We want to give amount off in dollars. So you can either put $1 off, but if your product is if your product is selling for $15, then you want to put $14 off, so that way they can get it for $1, and then applies to purchase items. So now you can come down here and you can set it. You can set your date and time that you want it to run. You can give it a name, give it a tracking code, and then you can get a claim code. So you can click that. and then it actually give you an automatic claim code. So this would be your quote unquote coupon code, Latanya, that you're looking for. So once you have this, you can take this now and put this on, and you can go to Photoshop, or you can go to PowerPoint presentation and just create like a nice little picture, and then have this number on there, and you can even throw your selfie stick in there. And now you also want to go to customize messaging. I hope you can see this. I hope I'm not moving too fast. Okay, right here it says display a detail page displaying text. You want to uncheck this, and the reason being is because this just puts your coupon code in front of everybody that's coming to your page. That's a good and bad thing. One, if you only want to give it to a certain amount of people coming through Facebook, coming through a specific link that's actually helping your product to grow in sales and grow in search, then you want to make sure that that's not on the front, because you'll wake up tomorrow and all 500 of your selfie sticks will be gone. So you want to make sure that you uncheck that. And there's another thing that we do also, and I'll teach you that in my mastermind, about how you can basically go in, and all it's called is create a fulfillment order. So you'll go in, you'll create a fulfillment order, and you'll basically just stash away some of your products. So that way, if somebody does get a hold of your coupon code and buys 100 or 50 of them all at one time, that's really not such a bad thing, but it kind of sort of is, because we want the people that purchase for $1 to come back and give us reviews and love and everything else. But if one person buys it, you can best believe they're just going to turn around and sell your stuff on eBay at full price. All right, so we'll jump out of this. Let's see. We're going to business. I'm just going to jump back into my business reports, and all this is doing, and I know it's probably showing up slowly. This is month to date. And all this is doing is just showing me how much money I made for the day. So far, I'm at $373 for the day. And I think I told people I was roughly making about $400 a day. All right. Okay, I'm gonna jump back through the slides. And I don't see any more questions, so push forward. Let's see, and we are here. Okay. Okay, so Latanya says, no, you are not moving too fast. Thank you very much. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Latanya. All right, so here we are, daily tweaking in sales. Okay, now that you have sales coming in. Okay, so let me just talk about that transition. So we've done what we just saw in the previous chapters, as far as we have this set up. So now with about a week or so, we'll start to see real sales start to come in from people that's actually buying our product for the $15 or whatever it is that we're selling it for, whatever the market value is. And we can even drop our price a little bit so that we can get more sales to come in, or we can increase our price. All right. So now that these sales are starting to come in, we want to, so again, now that the sales are slowly coming in naturally, we can look for ways to improve our listing through better photos. We can look for more keywords. So we know that people are looking for a selfie stick. Okay, we know people are looking for that, but what else are they looking for? Are they looking for a blue selfie stick? Are they looking for selfie stick with the Bluetooth device? Those types of things. So we just have to be on the lookout for searching for new words that people are looking for to look for a selfie stick. All right, I have here turn on Amazon ads. So Amazon also has an ad platform within it, and you can go in there, you can put in keywords, and those keywords will turn around, and when somebody's typing in selfie stick, you'll be the first thing to pop up. But you have to pay for that, and that can get expensive if you don't know what you're doing. And that's also something that I can highlight in my mastermind, because even some of the high-end courses that I paid for, $3,500, $4,000, and even $7,000 courses, they haven't really talked about this because it's something new. And that's something too. I gave this presentation on the 8th. So I gave this presentation on the 8th, and I think today is the 15th. And already there's been like a few things that have just come out and changes have happened. So you have to constantly stay on top of what's going on in Amazon or what's going on Facebook or this. I mean, this thing is not static. It's constantly changing. As you saw early on, before it was the water bottle, then it was something else, and then it was the selfie stick. Now today they have the water bottle, they got a pillow up there, and they have a tire pressure, and then you have the selfie stick. So Amazon is not static, it's constantly moving, and people are constantly running promotions and everything else. So things change. All right. So of course you can also looking for free promotions. You can also look for free promotions with bloggers like Dryer Buzz. So again, I don't know if Dryer Buzz will she's always on her blog for one, and she's always on Periscope. So maybe Dryer Buzz will drop you shout you out, saying, hey, I'm using Latanya's selfie stick, and you want to go buy it at Amazon. She's almost giving these things away for $1. Here's the link. So maybe something like that. Maybe you can actually negotiate something like that. Again, you can create 2-minute product demos. That's always great, showing people how to use it. You'll be amazed how many people don't even know how to use a selfie stick. I know people that still don't even use them. All right. Create a website with more info about your product and new products you plan to launch. So you can actually create a Facebook fan group. You can create a Google Plus group. You can do a lot of things to, again, promote your product and get your sales where you want them to be. Okay, so this is a slide, and I'm gonna slow down a little bit because I kind of jumped over this slide during my presentation. Okay, tweaking sales and analytics. If you look over here in the blue column where it says sessions, this is actually how many people have actually come every day and actually look at my product. And then right to the right of it, to the right of that blue column, you'll see at the top, it says 201. And then next to it, you see 9%. And then from that point, you see 17, 11, 10, 12, 11%, 12%, another 9%, 14, 18, 12, 14, 14, 13, 11, 19, 17, and 15%. And then all the way down at the bottom, I have an average of 13.20%. So this is my conversion rate. Most people will tell you that a 10% conversion rate, which is a sales conversion rate. So if 200 people came to my site that day, then 10% of them purchased. So that means I should have got at least 20 people to buy my product. And most people will tell you that that is actually phenomenal. Most people usually are around about 5, 4, 3. And that's because they don't have engaging photos. They don't know how to write good sales copy, and there's other factors as well. And those are things, again, in the mastermind that I'm going to launch. And also when we actually sit down and talk about your product in detail, we'll make sure that you have these numbers or even better numbers, depending on what your product is. Again, if you get into the adult space, which a lot of people are in that space, then your conversion rate may be, setting a base for what your conversion rate is kind of fluid, meaning that 9%, 17%, when you're over in the adult space selling adult products, that may be low. So you may have people that's actually at 30%. So everything they put on Amazon just sells because people are just hyper buyers over there. And then you get into some niches where people don't buy as much, like nails and roofing equipment and everything else. So I don't know. But I do know that pretty much across the board, anytime you're above 10%, using that as a minimum, then the amount of people that you're going to have come to you, you're going to have a good amount of sales. All right. Okay, scaling. Okay, so now we pretty much jumped outside of Amazon. Our business is doing well. Now we're looking at, okay, how can I, and I'm going to go back. How can I take this? Let me go all the way. So all the way to the left, you'll see date, and then you'll see product order sales. So if you kind of scroll down to the bottom, you'll see I had a a day where I made $988. So I told you guys I was making about $400 a day. But if you average it out, I don't know what that is, but that one particular day, I made like $988.35. Imagine if I would have, I'm gonna go forward. Imagine if I would have had that day in the US, then I had that day in Canada, then I had that day in Europe, then I had that day in China, not India and Japan, because they don't have fulfillment centers there yet. So that would have been a day that I made $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 in one day. So, and that's just for one product. So that's something that I want you guys to think about with this business as well, because I want us to think globally. I want us to think like we're CEOs of a large corporation. That's kind of sort of where I want our mindsets to be at, because anytime you're approaching somebody in real business, they're going to ask you, is this can you duplicate this process, and is it scalable? And you want to be able to say yes and yes. So again, if you have one product that you're doing well with, go ahead and get you 5. So imagine if I had 5 products that day, I would have made $5,000. If I'd have been in all these other different countries, that'd have been 5, 10, 20, $30,000 I'd have made in that one day. Can you imagine $30? Can you imagine waking up and then seeing $30,000 in your account? I can. All right. So that's scale. All right. So again, scale again. You don't have to be on Amazon. I know Amazon. I don't know all these other services. I'm learning about Shopify right now. So that's something I'll be able to educate you guys on. I'm actually getting sales on Shopify, and I need to send this lady her product because I'm not used to actually going to the post office, sending people stuff because they ordered from my website. So that's something that new for me. So this lady ordered, and I didn't even think you could order on the website, but she ordered and she sent me some money. So now I need to go ship out her product. So again, you have all these other services too. But the key to picking a new service is you want to make sure that they have a large amount of traffic. So that way you can piggyback off of that traffic and then turn around and get sales as well. So you really want to understand it. You really want to understand another platform before you get on it. All right. So again, you have ECWeb. I don't know anything. I've actually had an ECWeb site, and as far as I know, there's no traffic there. But again, I didn't dive deep into it. All right. So, but I do know Shopify is a good platform. Guys are on there doing very well. But again, they're also running Facebook ads too. So again, I don't know how much traffic is on Shopify, and if you have to always run traffic to it. And what I mean by run traffic to it is pay Facebook for advertising, pay Google for advertising, those types of things. You're paying for ads. So basically you're paying money every day so people can buy your product. All right. Again, scaling again. This is offline scaling. So as you see, Amazon is the big dog with 64.9 billion, but we're not talking about Amazon. We're talking about now I can now create a portfolio, sit down with somebody, create a portfolio, show them what my sales have been over a year, and basically this product is proven. So now I can say, okay, my selfie stick is phenomenal. I've already made $100,000 for the year, and I want to walk into Walmart with it. I want to walk into Home Depot with it. I want to walk into Macy's with it. I want to walk into Sears with it. And now you can actually sit down and have a conversation with them about retail placement. And that's a whole nother conversation. And actually, I'm gonna go to the next slide and show you how you can start having those conversations. Okay, so the next slide, here we have a how to work with a independent sales rep. So this is on Inc. So this is on inkmagazine.com, and they actually again talk about how you can work with independent sales rep. So you can contact an independent sales rep. If they may charge you a fee for actually having to create your portfolio, or more than likely you can go on YouTube and probably type in create a sales portfolio, or you can create some sort of portfolio outlining what your sales are. You can also put in there, because analytics, how many customers you have in, let's say, Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, and so on and so forth. And now that you know where all your people are, you kind of sort of show them, I'm already doing well in these states. I'm also doing well in the state of Georgia. Here's how many sales I've had in the state of Georgia. All right. So that's something that you can do as well. So again, it's an independent sales rep. And from there, that independent sales rep can turn around and walk you directly into Walmart, or can walk you into a Walmart, or they can walk you into a Walmart, or they can walk you into a Sears. Let's see, year to date. Okay. Okay, so year to date. So far I'm at 144,000 right now, which is kind of crazy. I didn't even know I didn't even know I had sold that much. So right now I'm at 144,000. So again, I'm still talking about that last slide of dealing with a independent independent contractor, independent sales. What is it? Independent sales rep. So dealing with the independent sales rep, you can talk to them, you can sit down, create that portfolio, and you can use your numbers from Amazon to now say, okay, I had a total order units was 6,916. Units ordered was 7,714, and I've already made by myself $144,000 with one product. All right. So that's some of the things, those are some of the conversations that you can start to have. And now forget Amazon, forget the changes that may happen or the adjustments or whatever, because now you're in Sears, now you're in Walmart, now you're in Target, now you're all over the place. So those are some of the things that you can do. And that's what I plan on, again, assisting you guys with as much as possible in the next coming months. So, so that pretty much concludes this presentation. And if you guys have any questions, again, you're more than welcome to add those questions to the bottom of the presentation, and I'll definitely answer them. All right. Let me jump off this, stop sharing my screen. Okay. All right, guys, I'm gonna close this out. And again, you have the I'm gonna actually send this out. So again, if you send me a video, if you send me a video testimonial, that way I can turn around, upload it to Facebook. You can email it into me, or you can pretty much just email it into me. So you can record it on your cell phone and you can email it to me, and I'll take that and I'll turn around and send you the slides, and I'll also send you the actual video as well, so that way you can use that as a reference also. If you have any questions, please let me know, because not only do I know about, okay, so Latanya says, how long have you been selling on Amazon? So Latanya, I've been selling on Amazon since October or November. I think it's October, since October 2013. So I had one product. I had one product. I sold it. I made a couple $100, maybe like $800, something like that. I'm not sure. And then from there, I turned around and launched my original product that I had since 2010. Once I figured out how to bottle it, label it, and everything else, and then I shot that out there, and I've been golden ever since. I was still working overseas. I was making like $16,000 a month, and then from there, the contract ended, and I came home and I started doing this full time. So right now, my monthly income is probably, let me see. Let's see. Do another screen share. Let's see what these numbers look like. Give me 1 second. Okay. Do a screen share. Okay. So right now, so these are what my numbers are looking like now. So my last check was $4,600, and then I've done a lot of different not a lot of different things, but I've been tweaking, like I told you guys about. I've been doing some tweaks. So I've tweaked my way up to $6,454, and pretty much, as you can see, this was December 3rd. So my next check should be coming out. Where is this at? On the 17th. So I still got a couple more days to try to hit $7,000 or $7,500, which should be my next check. So that'll take care of my mortgage for probably, I don't even know, that'll take care of my mortgage for a while. I'll probably pay like 6 months of my mortgage with this right here. So that's the other thing I'm gonna start looking at too, is paying my bills off way down the road. So yeah, so that's pretty much where I'm at now. And again, that's just with one product. So I do plan on launching 4 additional products that support the product that I have now. And I'm also in the hair care space. All right. So again, if you guys have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact me. And let me actually throw that slide up here as well for you that may not have it. Okay, so you can reach me. You can reach me here at speartg@gmail.com if you have any questions. And I'm also going to be sending out a invite because right now, more about Mastermind are tweaks changing prices. Okay, so Eric Bay says, and then Latanya says, oh, so Amazon pays every 2 weeks. Yes, Latanya, I get paid every 2 weeks, like clockwork. Do you suggest private label versus reselling? So, okay, so we got a lot of questions. All right. So let me answer Eric Bates' question first about more about Mastermind, ? Are tweaks changing prices? So one, because my rate for doing research is $500 for me sitting down with you, whether it's via a Google Hangout or in person, it's $500 for me to sit down with you, look over keywords and all this type of stuff like that, find the product and all this type of stuff like that. That's $500. Then for us to turn around and launch this product, for again doing more research, figuring out who your customer is, figuring out who else is selling this thing, and also doing reverse engineering to figure out how exactly they're selling it and how they're winning, so that we can basically model and do the same thing. That's $1,500. So that's already like $2,000 right there. So what I've done is I want to put together a 2-day workshop, and if we can get 20 people there, realistically 40 people there, we can get 40 people to come to the workshop, then I'll just make it $200 and I'll sit down and we'll do a 2-day intensive. So it'll be on Saturday, starting at 10 o'clock, going all the way to 6 o'clock. And then we'll do the same thing on Sunday from 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock. So that'll be the mastermind. So I'll sit down there and we'll go over keywords, we'll go over product research, where you'll actually find your product. So I'm not going to just be in there talking about a selfie stick, Eric. If you got something specific that you want to find, or if we find a group of products that you guys can turn around and sell, then that's what you can sell. So that's what you'll have at the mastermind. You should walk away with no questions hardly, and you should also walk away with your specific product, how you can launch it, and you should have a whole roadmap when you leave there. The only thing you need to do is just start implementing the stuff. That's pretty much it. But you should walk out of there. You should walk out of there with a hard game plan. All right, that's for Eric. Eric, the second question Eric asked was, are tweaks changes in price? Yes, tweaks are changes in pricing. Tweaks are changing, contacting a professional sales copywriter and having them review your listing and say, okay, make this change to your headline, make this change to your description, make this change to your bullets. So those are tweaks. All right. So Latanya asked me, do you suggest private label or reselling an item? What types of trends? What types trends? Okay, so she asked I guess she says what trends or which is more successful. Okay, so Latanya, what's more successful is a private label. But I posted a screenshot saying that I had made $700 in a day. Another guy posted a screenshot showing he had made $3,000 a day, and he was reselling other products. But I don't know what his cost was in that product. So if you're selling TVs that you got for $200 and you sell them at $300, then you only making $100 a TV. So I don't really know how much money he had actually made. So it just depends. But I would say private label, because you could turn around and build up a company and sell that whole company off. Or sell that whole, you can turn around and sell that whole company off. You can't do that if you're reselling a TV. But again, like I said, if there's ways for you to turn around and sell it, then go ahead and do it. But now you're going to be getting into a lot of different products. So I don't know. I don't know. I've never done retail arbitrage, because that's basically what you're asking. Reselling an item is basically retail arbitrage. I've never done it. I've never done it before, but I know some people are successful and some that aren't. Okay. Will said, just wanted to make sure you checked. Okay. Just wanted to make sure you checked all 4 of those boxes on Alibaba. I thought there were 3. What is the additional training? He said, Kenya, mastermind. My wife is from Kenya. Will, sorry about that. Yes, I went to Kenya, built a water plant, and the area in Kenya is called Kitengela. So if your wife is familiar with Kitengela, the water plant is right across the street by EPZ. That's EPZ. It stands for like export. I think it's like export something EPZ. So export zone. I think that's what it is, like export zone. So I'm located right across from EPZ. All right. And I just spoke on the mastermind, and yes, you need to have all 4 blocks checked. Okay, Eric says, what product are you selling? Okay, Eric, I don't tell people what product I'm selling, and we'll get into that into the mastermind, where you don't really tell people what you're selling, because I will go in and reverse engineer everything that this person has done, or the majority of the things that that person has done. So that way, whatever your particular technique is, you don't want to expose yourself to other people. So that way they're hijacking your technique and everything that you're doing. All right. Okay. So Latanya says, FYI, you just mentioned that you want to pay the bills down in the future. I would suggest you take David Ramsey's Financial Peace University class. He teaches debt-free living. Okay, Latanya, I actually love Dave. I actually love Dave Ramsey, and I'm sure I can probably get a hold of one of his courses. I understand his philosophy of basically, paying, creating the envelopes and everything, and putting money into the envelopes. I read a couple of articles on Dave Ramsey, and I like the whole not having a monthly bill. The only monthly bills I have are, of course, electricity, water, and my mortgage. But I don't have a car note, furniture bill. I don't have a car note, furniture bill. I don't have all these other bills that most people have. So that's why I think all of my bills monthly is probably like maybe like $1,000, something like that. All right, maybe like $1,100, $1,200, something like that. All right. So, okay. So Eric says, I understand. And Eric says, reverse engineer. So what is reverse engineering? Okay. Reverse engineering is, let's take Latanya selfie stick. So if I went to Google and I typed in Latanya selfie stick, I may see a news article on it. So now I can say, okay, Latanya put a news article out. This is the news article service that she used. So, so I can look at that. I can also say, I can type in Latanya selfie stick coupon codes. So now I can see that Latanya went to Groupon and launched a coupon code thing. I can also go to Google Trends and I can type in Latanya selfie stick, and then I can see that during the month of January there was a huge spike in people thinking about Latanya selfie stick. So now I can go back to Google, type in Latanya selfie stick January, and then now I can see everything that Latanya did in January. Are there articles out there? Are there I won't be able to see Facebook ads, but I can even go and look at her Facebook page and kind of scroll through. I mean, as you see, it gets very, very deep. And I mean, you can not do all this stuff, or you can do this stuff, and you kind of sort of figure out how somebody is so successful on Amazon. I can also go to Amazon and type in Latanya selfie stick, and then just kind of sort of start looking at her listing. And I can just copy her whole listing, copy it over to a Word document, and then just dissect her sales copy and photos, videos, everything, and just have that whole thing get duplicated and see what my sales percentages are. That's reverse engineering. All right. And that was for Eric. Okay. All right. And I don't see any more questions. All right. Okay. I will refresh one more time. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I got Eric, I got Latanya, got Will. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. So you can just send me that video testimonial at spiritTG@gmail.com, and I'll go ahead and invite you so that way you can actually review this this whole thing, the presentation and our conversation. and we'll be golden. And I also send out that invite for everybody to come out to the mastermind that we'll have, and it's going to be January 16th and January 17th. So yeah, January 16th, January 17th. And depending on the number of people that I get to show up and come out, we'll move forward. If not, we won't. And I wish everybody good luck. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.